good, Joe? Welcome back to a brand new top 10 video. And finally, by the grace of God, I also didn't think I would make this the top 10 movies of 2022. I was honestly worried if I was even going to be able to make this list before I have to leave back to the dorms tomorrow. So I'm doing, it's like 11 p.m. right now, so I'm doing this shit in the 11th hour, man. But by the grace of God, I was able to get through all the movies I need to get through to make sure to fill my top 10 list. And yeah, although there still were a couple movies I wasn't able to see just because it just didn't work out, and that was The Whale, Babylon, as well as RRR. That's another big movie that came out this year that everyone was talking about for a while. That's what I want to check out, but it wasn't really that one movie I had to see for my top 10 list, but that was a movie that was also really popular that I didn't get the chance to see. But Babylon and The Whale were two movies I was interested in, but I wasn't able to see it because The Whale just isn't just screening here. Like at the local theater here at Ridgecrest, it isn't screening, so I couldn't watch the movie anyway, so that didn't work out, and Babylon just didn't work out, man, just for whatever reason. But yeah, but when I do watch those two movies, you guys will get reviews for both of them, and if they end up making the top 10s, I will update my top 10 list on my Letterboxd account, and you'll put them in there if they end up cracking the top 10. So after I see this movie, man, if you want to see if they crack the top 10, check out my Letterboxd account when those reviews drop, because I'll be updating it there. But yeah, man, this was a fantastic year. A lot of good movies came out. First year, basically, when we were starting to really get out of the pandemic, where there wasn't a shit ton of delays. I mean, there were still a few delays this year anyway, but not as much as they were the last couple of years, which was nice to see. It was nice to see a year where we actually were stable. Release dates were stable, no major delays, at least not too many delays in movies. So that was nice, man. Anyway, guys, let's just jump right in. So number 10 on my list is Scream 5. I love this movie, man. You guys know I'm a huge fan of Scream movies. Actually rewatched all the Scream movies during October last year. Just because I got Paramount, because my mom recently signed to Paramount Plus. So, and they're all up on Paramount Plus. A couple of them were locked behind Showtime at least before. But then they were not locked, but Scream 5 was then locked on Showtime. It's weird, but regardless of such, man, yeah, I rewatched them, and after rewatching all the Scream movies, I think Scream 2 Scream 5 ended up being my second favorite Scream movie behind, of course, the original one. But I love this movie, man. I love the directing of this movie from the director of Ready or Not, which I still haven't yet to see that movie yet. I wanted to see it over Halloween or October-ish last year, but didn't end up getting the chance to. But yeah, I still don't see the movie, man. I thought their directing was fantastic. I loved how they've updated the meta humor to what you guys know Scream is known for, to the modern day. Like, I found out that this subgenre of horror that I've been really becoming a fan of, from stuff like Hereditary, Get Out, the Babadook, and The Witch, and some other types of horror movies, like, which at the time there's all these movies horror movies that were coming from like A24 or whatever. I would always just call it art house horror, only to find out it's actually called elevated horror. That's how I found out that elevated horror was a thing, was from Scream 5. But yeah, man, love the integration of the old characters. I thought the new cast was pretty good. Sydney in this movie was fucking amazing, man. Like, her on the phone with Ghostface and then being like, "You bore me," and just hangs up on him easily. Top 10, top 5 favorite Scream moments, man. I fucking love that scene, man. Loved the ending as well. Loved how the reveal of it and kind of what they did with that one as well. I thought was pretty interesting as well. And yeah, love Scream 5, man. Obviously, I'm hyped for Scream 6, which you guys saw in my top 10 most anticipated movies list. But yeah, man. So yeah, looking forward to Scream 6 when that drops out, especially with the New York setting. And yeah, should be a great time. And that is why Scream 5 is number 5 on my list, or number 10 on my list. Number 9 on my list is going to be Halloween Ends, bro. Love this movie, man. I'm pretty sure I'm in the minority with this one because, a lot of people weren't too high on Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends, man, but I personally love them both. I would definitely say, I'm pretty sure I even mentioned this in my review, Halloween Kills, I think, definitely has the best kills in the franchise, man, or at least of that trilogy, man. Which Halloween Ends didn't really have as many great kills. It does have a lot of great kills, but they weren't as great as Halloween Kills, man. But I love the story of this movie, man. I love what they did with Jamie Lee Curtis. She's once again phenomenal as always, man. Love the ending, the final showdown between Laurie and Michael Myers. That was pretty good as well. But I love the new kid they added into this movie. His character was phenomenal. I love what they did with him. And yeah, I just love. Without getting, I don't want to get too much into spoilers in case you still haven't seen Halloween Ends yet. But I love what they did with his character, man, and just his progression, and everything. The opening of the movie, of course, was phenomenal as well, man. And yeah, just love Scream Halloween Ends, man. Scream 5 was the last movie, but yeah, I loved Halloween Ends, man. Thought it was an amazing end to the trilogy. Obviously, we know we're gonna get probably another Halloween movie, another reboot in like 5 years or whatever, man. But for the end of this trilogy and the end of this era of Halloween, man, I thought was fantastic, man, and I personally love this movie, man. But yeah, that is why it's number 9 on the list. Number 8 on my list is Ambulance. I'm not even being ironic or nothing, man. I unironically loved Ambulance, man. I love me some Michael Bay, man. You guys know me. I love this Transformers movies. I grew up with that shit, man. And yeah, I fucking love this movie. This is honestly probably one of my top favorites Michael Bay movies. This probably might be my top 5, maybe even top 3 favorite Michael Bay movies, man. I love this movie, man. But oh my god, the drone shots. Holy Jesus, the drone shots. Like, I'm pretty sure at least a couple of them were CGI, or at least predominantly CGI, just given what happens in them. Like, there's no way they actually had a man piloting that, you know, and doing all that crazy shit with all that was going on. But my god, man, the drone shots really looked absolutely amazing. Like, the drone shot and the Gray Man, as well, what you guys know from the Russo brothers, another movie I love that came out this year. Didn't end up cracking the top 10 or making the honorable mentions list, but I love what they did with, I love the shots of that movie, but yo, the drone shots in Ambulance are built different, man. I thought they looked absolutely incredible. They looked amazing. Just like the movement of the drone and everything, man. Like, the second after I finished it, because I rented the movie from Netflix, I got it from Netflix. The second I finished up the movie and was obviously in awe of the drone shots, man, I instantly went to the behind-the-scenes featurettes to know how the fuck they shot them, bro, cuz those shots were insane, man. Shout out to the pilot that does actually piloting the drone for those sets, man, because he did a phenomenal job and get the angles right and everything, man. Just, yeah. Jake Gyllenhaal is also phenomenal in the movie, man. I dare say the man gives an Oscar-worthy performance movie in here. The Atari line had me in tears, bro. And yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal's maybe Yahya Mateen the second, if I'm saying his name right. He was phenomenal as well, man. Yeah, just loves me, man. If you ended up skipping out on Ambulance, check it out, man. If you end up missing out on this movie, was fucking amazing, man, and I absolutely loved it. And yeah, check out Ambulance if you didn't catch it, or if you ended up skipping out on it. It's a phenomenal movie, a phenomenal action movie, man. If you're looking for a movie to just turn your brain off and just shove your face full of popcorn, Ambulance is that for you, man. And after watching this movie, I definitely want to check out the original movie that this movie was like a remake of, because I honestly did, which I didn't even know about until I watched the behind-the-scenes featurettes where they mentioned that this was like a remake of some, I believe, a Danish film, if I remember correctly. But yeah, fucking phenomenal. Check it out if you missed it, guys. It's amazing. I love this movie. And that is why it's number 8 on my list. Number 7 on my list is The Black Phone. Another horror movie, which is the last full horror movie. Although I still got another kind of horror movie left on the list. Y'all know I love horror movies. But I fucking love The Black Phone, man. This movie turned me into a huge fan into Scott Derrickson, because before this, I only saw, Doctor Strange when that came out. And I was in the movie, but when I went to watch The Black Phone, I think I might have done this after I saw The Black Phone, or it might have been before. I wanted to watch some of his other horror movies to, like, prep for The Black Phone. So that's when I finally saw The Exorcism of Emily Rose, as well as Sinister. Oh my god. First of all, Sinister. God tier. Phenomenal. Legendary horror movie. Easily one of the best of the 2010s, of the early 2010s, when American horror was the drizzling shits. If y'all remember, those are the dark ages, bro. Those are the dark ages. But Sinister was absolutely amazing, man. And when I saw that one, of course, the Exorcism of Emily Rose, and then of course I saw Black Phone. This turned me into a huge fan of his work, and did make me wonder that if he was given the same freedom Sam Raimi was with Multiverse of Madness, what that first Doctor Strange could have turned out to be, man. Because my god, this movie was amazing, man. Ethan Hawke's performance is, of course, legendary. I dare say he should be nominated for an Oscar. We all know he's not gonna, because the Academy hates horror movies unless they're made by Jordan Peele. But whatever the case may be, he was phenomenal, man. I love the kid actor in the movie, man. And yeah, the whole plot of the movie, man, with him trying to figure out how to get out there, the escape routes and everything, man. It's just, the final act itself, man, is amazing as well, man. I loved the sister character, as she gets these visions, trying to figure out what's happening with these kidnappings, man, everything. Just, it's a phenomenal horror movie, man. If you didn't end up getting the chance to see The Black Phone, definitely go check it out, man. It's fucking amazing, man. And Ethan Hawke's performance is legendary, man. I love his mask too. His mask is incredible. But yeah, that is why The Black Phone is number 7 on my list. Number 6 on my list is Top Gun Maverick. Probably the biggest surprise hit, probably the surprise hit of the year. Like, I don't think any of us expected Maverick to be as good as it is and to make as much money as it did, because, you know, I thought when Top Gun Maverick came out, even after I watched it, like, yeah, this is a fantastic movie. I was like, the pandemic's still a thing, it'll probably make around 500 million, 600 million, maybe 800 million. It makes over $1 billion. And I'm like, what the fuck? I remember I saw them keep making more and more. I'm like, how? Why? How is this possible? Like, because I did not expect this movie to make as much money as it did. I think we were all shocked by the box office, you know, reception of this movie. I don't think any of us expected Maverick to make as much money as it ended up making, man. But regardless of this, man, this movie itself is phenomenal, man. Tom Cruise's performance is amazing, man. I'm slipping on the dude's name, but you guys know him from Whiplash. He was amazing as well, man. But, oh my god, of course, the big highlight movie was, of course, the planes, you know, the dog fights and everything, man. Holy shit. Amazing. God tier, bro. Like, and I saw this movie in IMAX, too, which you had to see this movie in IMAX. This is one of those movies you just had to see in IMAX, man. Though it looked just, it enhanced them so much with the IMAX aspect ratio and everything, man. Hans Zimmer's score is phenomenal as always, man. Yeah, this movie was just fantastic. I would say if you didn't catch it, you know, check it out, but let's be real, you probably did see it given how much money it made. But yeah, Top Gun Maverick, phenomenal movie, man. Tom Cruise is amazing. The dog fights were incredible, man, and just, yeah, this movie was just fantastic all across the board, man. That is why it's number 6 on my list. Number 5 on my list is Nope. Yep, Jordan Peele's latest movie, man. This was phenomenal, man. I mentioned this in my review, but this is basically Signs, you know, very much similar to Signs. Like, I mentioned, like I said before, I mentioned this in my review, but I've noticed that, like, Jordan Peele's career trajectory has been very similar to M. Night Shyamalan, I've noticed, because both of them started off making a groundbreaking horror movie that changed the game forever, that was a surprise hit that everyone loved and everything, that everyone, you know, was on their top list. Both of them were, like, got a bunch of Oscar noms as well. Then you have the super contested second one with Unbreakable and Us, although Unbreakable is way better than The Sixth Sense, I'm just saying. And then, of course, you have the third one, which is an estranged family fighting aliens. Like I mentioned in my review, I swear to God, this was gonna be like The Village. I'm just calling it right now. It's gonna be like The Village. But regardless of such, man, Daniel Kaluuya is phenomenal, man. Keke Palmer is phenomenal, man. The actual final act itself, when they are facing off against the spacecraft thing, is amazing, man. The Akira slide, godly, bro. I popped so big when I saw that in the international trailer, and of course, I'm sure people did that when they didn't see the trailer and they saw the movement. That was amazing, man, and just. Yeah, this movie is just phenomenal, man. I love this. I love Nope. I wish I got to see this one in IMAX, because this one definitely seemed like it definitely did enhance from the IMAX experience, man. And yeah, Nope is phenomenal, man. Check it out if you didn't already, and it's awesome, man. I love this movie. That is why it's number 5 on the list. Number 4 on my list is Wakanda Forever! Yeah, Wakanda Forever. The first movie to actually make me shed a tear. The first movie to actually get me to cry. Yeah. The mouse finally got my tears, but I fell for his fucking traps. But yeah, man, Wakanda Forever, to not get too deep into spoilers, was phenomenal, man. The performances from of course, Angela Bassett, Letitia Wright, phenomenal. Easily some of the best performances from the entire MCU and just the year in general, man. I hope both of these women get Oscar noms, man, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. You know how the Academy is with superhero movies, but you know, Black Panther seems to be one they actually like, but who knows. But they were amazing, man. Namor, I thought, was a great villain. Not as good as Killmonger, but great villain in his own right, man. I thought not Atlantis. This is fucking fun, man. But fuck, I'm slipping on the name of the actual place. I'm slipping on the name, but that whole section when they're underwater, man, was amazing. Riri, I thought was pretty cool. I love what they did with her character, man, and the final battle was phenomenal, man, and yeah. Don't really got much more to say to that, just to not get too deep into spoilers, because the movie is going to be coming on Disney Plus soon, and, you know, love how they handle Chadwick's death and everything, man, and yeah, that's all I got to say for you guys for Wakanda Forever, because I don't want to get too deep into spoilers for this one, man, but yeah, Wakanda Forever, phenomenal, man, loved it, and yeah, hopefully Letitia Wright and Angela Bassett get their Oscars. We'll have to wait and see. I hope they at least get nominated, man. I hope they at least get nominated, but yeah. That is why it's number 4 on my list. Number 3 Now, if you guys remember, I mentioned this in my top 10 most anticipated movies list of this year, that I mentioned that most likely my top 3 most anticipated movies would end up being my top 3 favorite films of my top 3 favorite movies of the year, which ended up being the case. The real question was always, well, what's the order of them? Well, here is the order, man. Number 3 on my list is going to be The Batman. I don't even need to say nothing about this one. Y'all already know. This movie was so huge, man. Like, honestly, I'm kind of shocked this movie didn't end up cracking $1 billion in the box office, given how huge it was and how talked about it was. Like, bro, I was hearing the talk about The Batman for like a week or two after it was released. I was hearing people talk about the movie in my classroom, like, because you guys know I'm a film student. I was hearing chatter about The Batman for like a week after the movie came out in the classroom from some of my classmates, which never happens. Like, I don't remember any other time where a bunch of my classes were talking about like one movie that just came out, but they were for The Batman. One of my roommates at the time talked about how he was going to see The Batman, you know, when I saw him watching Batman Begins on Netflix on his phone. You know, like, there was so much talk about, so much hype and buzz around The Batman. I'm also got shocked it didn't crack $1 billion, but it should have, man. This movie's amazing. Matt Reeves directing is legendary. Robert Pattinson's performance is amazing. It sucks it's had to come out the same year as The Whale with Brendan Fraser, because damn it, he deserves an Oscar for it, but he's probably not going to get it because of Brendan Fraser. Very understandably so. But hopefully at least gets nominated, man. Of course, Paul Dano was phenomenal as well, man, as the Riddler, man. The cinematography's got tier. The music is amazing, man. This shit got me on fucking Nirvana, bro. Got me listening to that fucking Nirvana song for like a good solid like month. After the movie came out, I was listening to that fucking Nirvana song. But yeah, this movie is amazing. I said all I had to say in my review, and of course others. But yeah, The Batman, incredible, phenomenal, legendary, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Watch it if you didn't. It's amazing, and that is why it's number 3 on my list. Number 2 on my list is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Yeah, this was number 1 for a while until number 1 came out, and it was just like, yeah. But this movie is amazing. Like, Sam Raimi's directing is on another level, man. His directing was god tier. Elizabeth Olsen's performance as Scarlet Witch was amazing. She should get nominated for Best Actress, although we all know she's not gonna get it. All the horror aspects Sam Raimi got into there, man, with like that Ring reference and like a few other horror elements in there where it's all phenomenally done, man. The actual, like, the multiverse sections I thought were pretty cool, man. Of course, we had the Illuminati in this movie, man, which I honestly liked, man. It was nice to see, you know, Patrick Stewart one last time. It was nice to see John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic, man. I was part of the many that fan cast Mr. Fantastic, and he was phenomenal as well, man. The gore was shocking, how much gore Sam Raimi managed to get out of that PG-13 rating, man. It is honestly insane, man, and yeah. This movie's just phenomenal, man. I love this movie, man. It's so good, and I hope he does come back for the 3rd Doctor Strange movie, but we'll have to wait and see on that, man. But I'm so happy to see Sam Raimi is back directing movies again. It looks like, I think he's working on another one right now as we speak in the early stages, but yeah. It's good to have Sam Raimi back directing movies, man. He was phenomenal, man. He should remind us everyone why he's the GOAT, why he is the reason we are here today, why comic movies are why there are today, man. He was phenomenal, man, and just, I love this movie, man. I love Multiverse of Madness, man. It was so much fun to watch it, man. And just Sam Raimi's directing was on another level, man. So much good, so much fun. But yeah, that is why it's number 2 on the list. Now, on to, as usual, to the honorable mentions, guys. First up on the honorable mentions list is The Northman, which this movie was fantastic as well, man. I love the Viking setting, was really good. This was from Roger Eggers, who you guys know directed The Witch. His directing was amazing, man. The cinematography was great. The performances were fantastic, man. You got to see Anya Taylor's ass a couple times, which is always a plus in my book. But all jokes aside, man, she was amazing as well, man. Of course, the fan service was nice, you know. But it sucks she's no longer working on the Nosferatu remake he's working on now, which sucks, but it is what it is. I'm assuming she had like a good project that came up there and she couldn't, you know, fulfill this movie, which sucks because I would have loved to see her in that movie as well, man. I love Anya Taylor-Joy, but, you know, the fights were amazing, man. Of course, this movie has probably one of the most iconic lines of the decade. I will avenge your father. I will save your mother. I will kill you if you don't. But yeah, the fights are amazing. The directing is incredible, man. The cinematography is amazing. The choreography is amazing. Yeah, this was just amazing across the board, man. Watch it if you didn't. It's fucking amazing. I love The Northman. Number 2, going from one Anya Taylor-Joy movie to another Anya Taylor-Joy movie, The Menu. This is the movie I was really excited for, that I wanted to see in theaters, but I didn't get a chance to. This is one of the movies I was watching when I was catching up on the movies I missed this year. Oh my god, she is phenomenal, but obviously the real highlight of the movie is Ralph Fiennes, if I'm pronouncing his last name right, who of course played the chef. His performance was amazing. He should be nominated for Best Actor, man. He had one of the best performances of the year, man, if you ask me. Doubt he'll get it, but he was phenomenal as well, man. I loved his performance, man. Anya Taylor-Joy is amazing. All the other supporting characters were great, especially Beast. Being the guy's like, oh yes, this is what everything you do is touch, like being the complete fanboy, being like, oh, this is true art, man. And I love how Anya Taylor-Joy is basically being the odds being like the one that's like has no idea what the fuck's going on with all these food snobs, and going on here, like that was really done because that's basically all everyone watches because we're not like these food snobs. So I thought that was a really nice touch to have Anya Taylor-Joy being like the audience member, the audience surrogate, being one that knows nothing about this world. And when shit does hit the fan, it's really well done, man. The ending I thought was fantastic as well, man. Yeah. Anya Taylor-Joy is fantastic. Ralph is phenomenal as well. Beast was a highlight, man. I was always having fun watching him. And yeah, just a fantastic movie, man. If you guys did not see ended up not seeing The Menu, definitely go check it out. It's on HBO Max right now. And yeah, check it out, man. It's phenomenal, man. So the next honorable mention I have for you guys is Sonic 2. This movie was fantastic, man. I love the cast for this one. Idris Elba as Knuckles was amazing, man. Jim Carrey was phenomenal and possibly his last performance ever. So that's at least what he says. I don't know when he says like this, like he's retiring after Sonic 2, if that means he's like done forever. We're not gonna see. He's not gonna come back for Sonic 3, or if he is gonna, or if he's like he's retired from basically everything else, but he'll come back for Sonic. He'll come back for Eggman, like Sonic 3 at the very least. I'm not sure when Jim Carrey says he's retiring, how retired he's gonna be. But if this is his last movie, man, hey, he went out with a bang, man. He was phenomenal, man. And of course, them teasing Shadow at the end of the movie is obviously got me hyped, man. Gunn making their appearance was great. The whole subplot with the wedding, that shit had me in tears when Gunn got in there, man. That was amazing. The humor I thought was great. And yeah, the CGI phenomenal as well, man. Yeah, this movie is just fantastic. If you're a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog, if you, for some reason you didn't watch this when it was in theaters, definitely go check it out, man. It's fantastic and easily one of the best video game movies ever made, man. I'm super excited for Sonic 3, man. It's going to be going up against Avatar, which we know is going to lose, but I'm going to watch both of them, man, and I'm hopefully Shadow's going to be a badass. I swear to God, man, I want him coming out to Crush 40 carrying M16s, man. I want this man gunning down motherfuckers, dual-wielding pistols like it's fucking Neo with Crush 40 in the background, man. That would be awesome. Just go full Shadow the Hedgehog Edgelord with it, man. We're all in on the joke. We all want it, and I just want Crush 40. I want his thing to be Crush 40. Give me Crush 40, and I will be a happy man with Shadow, man. He should be coming out to Crush 40, but that's just me, man. Sonic 2, fantastic. Next honorable mention I got for you guys is Glass Onion, the sequel to Knives Out. Rian Johnson's directed, of course, phenomenal as always. Daniel Craig's Kentucky accent is a highlight. Has always been. The rest of the cast I thought was phenomenal. Batista was great, man. The other cast members I thought were great. I don't really remember any of their names on the top of my head. Although Jessica Hedwig, she was great as well, man. The cast I thought was fantastic, man. The mystery itself, Edward Norton, of course, as well. The mystery itself I thought was really well done. The ending was fantastic, man. All the twists and turns we get to there was amazing, man. I was just engrossed this movie from start to finish, man. Looking forward to, of course, the future of the Knives Out movies. And yeah, fantastic movie, guys. If you haven't seen it yet, it's on Netflix. Go check it out, man. Knives Out is Glass Onions is awesome. Excuse me. Next up we have is Amsterdam. This is another movie that also piqued my interest. I wanted to catch in theaters, but didn't get the chance to. This movie I thought was fantastic as well. Christian Bale is amazing in this movie, man. Like, this is probably one of my favorite performances from him, man. He steals the show, and I think he might actually get an Oscar for this movie, man. He might get that Oscar nom for this movie. At least I hope he does, because he was easily the highlight of the movie. Like, the rest of the cast, of course, Anya Taylor-Joy's fantastic as always, man. Margot Robbie was fantastic as well, man. Yeah, just the cast was fantastic, man. But Christian Bale, he was the highlight, man. And yeah, if you guys did not see Amsterdam, go watch the movie just for Christian Bale. It's on HBO Max. Check it out. It's fantastic, man. Now, next up, we have a double one because they're part of the same series, and somehow they both came out the same year. I was also kind of shocked by this when I found out that both these two movies came out in the same year. So that's why I'm doubling up from the honorable mentions, and that is X and Pearl. Now, so like I said, I was kind of shocked that both these two were like the sequel to X came out the same year. as X. I thought X came out like last year or something, but no, somehow they managed to make two movies come out in the same year, man. I don't know how they pulled this off, especially with the pandemic and everything, but hey, Godspeed to Ty, man. I don't know what sorcery he pulled to get Pearl made and have it come out this year, or maybe it was already developed by the time X came out. I don't fucking know, or maybe it just didn't cost so much to film because it was a horror movie and there wasn't really that much to it, but. This was fantastic, man. X, I thought, was a fantastic horror movie, very much in the same vein as Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Not as good as Texas Chainsaw. I was kind of like, I think a part of me was kind of hoping that it would kind of that same lightning in the bottle as Texas Chainsaw with that feel of the movie and the grotesqueness of the movie, which it gets, but not as much as Texas Chainsaw, but it's still a phenomenal movie in its own right, man. However, Pearl, I would definitely say it was a far superior movie as a sequel, man. And yo, I gotta say this right now. Mia Goth, she needs to be nominated for an Oscar. She's not gonna get it because it's a horror movie, but Jesus Christ, her performance to me, like that scene where we're just locked on her for like 5-10 minutes as her just talking about about her and her husband, bro. Like Jesus Christ, her performance was amazing there. And you know the sound numbers they do, the cinematography and the directing in general was phenomenal. The kills in both of these movies were amazing. And yeah, I was also kind of shocked at how much I love Pearl because I heard a lot of talk about Pearl and how great Pearl is. I didn't really think it was all hyping up, but yeah, Pearl is really that good, man. So if you haven't seen these movies, man, definitely go check them out, man. Especially if you like your horror movies, man, you like your slash movies, definitely go check out X and Pearl, man. They're both phenomenal horror movies, man. So definitely check them out. The next I want to check out for you guys is another horror movie, Smile. Now, this was another movie that was kind of got pretty big, that even my man Platinum was singing his praises of. Didn't get the chance to see this in theaters, man, so once I finally got it to Paramount Plus, and I was catching on the rest of the movies, I definitely want to check this movie out. And I gotta say, this is probably the best directed and edited horror movie of the year, man. Like, the directing in this movie is really good, but the editing is also really good as well, man. The performances from the cast is phenomenal as well, but, yo, the creature itself, man, creepy as shit once we see its full form at the end of the movie, and when we see how it's like it works and everything, bro, no lie, that shit creeped me the fuck out. That was some creepy shit when we get to the ending of the movie, man. And yeah, don't really got much more to say other than that, man, but just definitely check this movie out if you guys didn't see it. If you haven't seen Smile, check it out. It's a phenomenal horror movie, man, and yeah, it's really fucking good. Check it out, man. This one was awesome. I was also kind of surprised how good this one was. Now, the next honorable mention is once again another horror movie that also surprised me once again was Barbarian. This one I also had a lot of hype behind it. Everyone's like, oh, it's so scary. It's all like, and all this shit. I'm like, yeah, sure. And not gonna lie, this one was creepy as shit, man. Like, the directing, once again, this movie was phenomenal as well. Love the cast in this one, man. I love especially that one character that's kind of like an idiot. That's kind of like I don't want to get too deep in spoilers, but I thought his character was pretty interesting and what happens to him and everything. But yeah, the cast was fantastic, man. The directing, once again, was phenomenal as well, man. But once we get to inside the basement and we know what's going on in there, bro, shit goes crazy, man, and the movie just goes and hits that next gear, man, and we're off to the races and it does not stop. That's all I want to say because I don't want to spoil too much Barbarian. Last time I checked, I saw this on HBO Max. I don't know if it's still on HBO Max, but check this one out as well if you guys did not see it already. Barbarian is another fantastic horror movie that came out this year, man. So definitely check the movie out, man. A lot of great horror movies came out this year, man. But yeah, So the next honorable mention I got is Blonde. Now, this movie's been very controversial for various reasons. I personally don't give a shit, but I love this movie, man. I thought the performances were phenomenal, well, especially from the main actress. I've still got her name, but you guys know her from No Time to Die. She was amazing, man. The cinematography in this movie is on another level. Like, this might be my favorite. This might be the best shot movie of the year that wasn't the Batman. Like, the cinematography, especially in the opening, like 30 minutes or so, amazing, man. And yeah, I love this movie. I thought this movie was extremely fascinating to watch. And yeah, the directing was phenomenal, man. The cinematography was phenomenal, man. The performances were incredible. Yeah, check this movie out if you guys haven't already. It's really fucking good. And yeah, check it out. It's I think it's like 3 hours long, but you know, it doesn't really feel that way, and it's on Netflix. So yeah, check it out, man. I ended up loving Blonde. This is a movie I wasn't know if I was gonna like as much as I ended up liking it, but I ended up really loving this movie, man. But yeah. And my final honorable mention for you guys is Prey. You guys know this is a movie that came out on Hulu that was like a prequel to the Predator movies. And yeah, this one is phenomenal, man. I love what they did with this movie. The Predator itself is a badass, man. The kills we get from him as well. I love the main lead of the movie. I thought she was fantastic on her own right, man. Of course, the final duel between her and the Predator was awesome as well, man. Yeah, if you like Predator and you haven't seen Prey, check it out, man. It's fucking amazing, man. And with that, that's the end of the honorable mention, and we're now giving to number one on my list, which shouldn't surprise any of you, especially if you saw my review of this movie, but it is Avatar: The Way of Water. First of all, if I find out any of you motherfuckers watching this video did not see this movie in IMAX 3D, I will gouge out your fucking eyes. This movie can only be experienced in IMAX 3D, bro. Oh my god, the 3D is on another level, bro. The 3D is so immersive. It looks so fucking good. And yeah, at the time of this recording, the movie hasn't cracked 2 billion yet, but it's on its way though. By the time when this review does come out, it probably would have already cracked 2 billion. So yeah, suck it, film Twitter. Y'all are like, this movie's gonna bomb. It's been 13 years. Nobody cares. Name me a character. Suck my dick, assholes, cause there you go, bro. James Cameron counting that green, bro. Man's coming rich today, man, with this movie. And then, of course, they got Titanic, re-releasing as well on their Valentine's Day. So, James Cameron's gonna have quite the big paycheck, from these two movies, man. He's living the good life. You love to see it. But yeah, his directing was amazing, man. The cast was phenomenal, man. The action sequences are amazing and just. Yeah, I said my piece in my review. I don't really want to repeat myself too much, but yeah, it's amazing. It's a masterpiece. Better than the original. James Cameron don't mess with sequels. And if you ask me, man, 2022 was the year of GOATs reclaiming their thrones with Sam Raimi and James Cameron, man. Both of them were phenomenal, man. Both of them were amazing, and yeah. Avatar: The Way of Water is a fucking masterpiece, if you ask me, man. And the 3D for this movie was absolutely legendary, man. So yeah. That is my top 10 of the year list. As always, leave your thoughts down in the comments. Did you guys agree with my list? What are your top 10 favorite movies of the year? And yeah, as always, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like if you did, subscribe for new. Follow me on my socials if you feel like it. Links down in the description box below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time.